Hey guys, Lords of Gaston here, bringing to you a Wings of Liberty Terran versus Terran match. This is not obviously Heart of the Swarm. This is an older game that I played, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the people you run into on BattleNet, and this is really true for any multiplayer online universe that you run into, whether it's BattleNet or Xbox Live or PS, whatever, PlayStation Network. You just run into some odd ducks, and like this guy here, he seemed pretty cool at first. He was kind of cool through the whole thing, which is not always how people are. We were chatting a little bit, and I've seen people that will chat a little bit, and then you go about your game, and good luck, blah blah blah, and everything's fine. See other people that you say GLHF, and they're like, "Fuck you, you're a fag, your mom sucks," and like all this kind of stuff, and you're like, "Okay, don't know where that came from, but alright, whatever." And then I've had some people are like, "Hey man, if you let me win, then I'll let you win, and then we can just go back and forth, almost boosting like they do in Call of Duty." But I had one kid who was like, "Hey, just let me win because I'm trying to get this decal, this particular not decal, but what's the portrait? I'm trying to get this Protoss portrait." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Let's just play the game." He's like, "No, come on, man, please, please, please." And he like begging me, and finally I was like, "Dude, just play the game." And he quit. And I was like, "Okay, that was weird." So I went in afterwards and looked, and he already had that particular portrait. He was just trying to get free wins, and it was like, if you're gonna just put in the work, don't try to cheat, don't try to swindle people. It's just ridiculous. Just play the game how you want to play. Most people I've noticed, in that maybe because this is more of a strategic type of game, it'd be like checkers versus chess, because this would be more of a chess game, whereas like something like Call of Duty, anybody can pick up a controller. It's more of an arcade shooter, but something like this is more strategic. You have to put you have to multitask. There's a whole bunch of different things that are going into it. So for the most part, the people you run into are pretty cool. They're I wouldn't say a higher class of people, but it's a different type of gamer than you would on the consoles. And for the most part, it's a pretty good experience. But you just have those weird instances where you run into people that just are strange. I've had people try to talk me to death and get me to type out these long, lengthy answers to their questions. And what's happening is they're asking these kind of open-ended, detailed questions that it would take a long time for me to type, and because of that, it would be taking me away from building my economy, building my troops, and then they use that to kind of swoop in. I would imagine it probably works to a lot of people, but it's pretty obvious that's what he was trying to do. The couple of people that I've seen do it, and I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and practice my typing, see if I can get it 65 words a minute, so that you can come over and kick my ass because I haven't built my base. But this was just a weird one. The guy, he talked a little bit at the front. Didn't seem like he was making a whole lot of effort to build. I mean, he's finally starting to, at what, the 3-4 minute mark, to block up his base. If I was a rusher, I probably could have gotten in and just destroyed him. But as I said, I was building up my army. But about 4.5 minutes into it, he just quit. No reason. Just quit. Just left. And I was like, oh, come on. It's kind of frustrating because you run into this fodder. You've got the people that, as soon as you start the match, they quit. And then you go and you look at their player cards, and they're like ridiculous. They've completed all missions on brutal. They've got every freaking decal and portrait, and it's like, I don't understand why people, even if you're gonna quit after a couple minutes, why even play? So that's all I'm saying. Just if you start a match, finish the match, win or lose. It's all a game. We're all here to have fun. Just deal with it. Don't just waste somebody's 5 minutes. So I could have played somebody here. I could have gotten a little bit better. Had a good experience. So it was just frustrating, and it's weird that when you run into random people like that. So. Oh well, I guess it is the way it is. Well, thanks a lot, YouTube. You have a great day, and I will talk to you later. More videos to come. Lords of Gaston, out.